Hello guys, this is Disposal Countings here, and we are back for another video. In this video we will be reviewing all the 2020 trades as of November the 4th. So this is recorded approximately around 6 PM Eastern Standard Time, and if you're Western Standard Time, approximately 4 PM. So around there. So let's get into it. So if any trade happens after that, then it won't be reviewed in this video. So the first one we have is Rory Atkins going to Gold Coast. Now in return, Adelaide has received pick number 36. I don't really reckon there's a winner in this trade. I mean, it is a win-win. I mean, Gold Coast adds some needed experience, not too experienced, but some experience to their list, while Crows, who are focusing on the rebuild, get an extra pick. So I reckon it is a win-win situation. Now, next one is Zac Smith to Geelong. I originally thought he would go to Melbourne, but he's gone to Geelong. And in return, Hawks get pick number 42. I mean, Zac Smith was so good for them for a long time, but his career is coming to an end and he's starting to drop off. I reckon it's not a smart move for Geelong, but it's not really a smart move for Hawks either. Actually, it is. I would say it is. The pick isn't as high as I would have wanted if I was a Hawks fan, but I just reckon that for Hawks it's a win. For Geelong it's a lose, just because he's old, and the Geelong already have a really old list, so I don't know why they were interested in Zac Smith. So next one is Joe Danaher goes to Brisbane Lions, and in return Essendon has received pick number 7. I reckon this is win-win. Joe already wanted out of the club last year, so I reckon they need to get him out of the club before the culture started turning toxic, because if you just have a lot of players who don't want to be there, then the culture will start turning toxic. So it's good, and they've got a decent return in pick number 7. Now Brisbane, Joe does help them get more set shots, but the accuracy, he hasn't been known for his accuracy, which is why if he was a half good kick, well, if he could kick a little bit better than he does, then I would be straight up saying Brisbane can win the premiership just all because of this trade. Brisbane need better forwards. Joe provides that. He just needs to focus on his kicking, and once he does, he will carry Brisbane to the thing. But if he doesn't, that's why I'm hesitant to call it win for Brisbane. So next is Zac Williams to Carlton, and in return, GWS has got pick 10. I reckon this is great for both. GWS is getting rid of lots of players. It's going to be contending, so it's going to start rebuilding. So I reckon pick number 10 is a really good pick for them. And Carlton's going to start contending, so they need better players. Especially, I think Zac Williams will be used in their midfield. So I reckon this is really good for both. So this is definitely a win-win situation. Next is Encore to North Melbourne, and in return, GWS receives pick number 30. I reckon GWS has lost this. Encore, he wasn't that old, but yeah, he wasn't that old. I reckon pick 30 isn't worth his value. I reckon he's underrated. I rate him really highly. I'm not sure why, I just do, but I see him as a quality player. Pick 30 doesn't seem good enough for him. I reckon North are very lucky. This is definitely a win for the Roos. Next, we got Zac Layden to the Eagles for pick number 54. Zac Layden wasn't always in their best 22. He might be in the Eagles' best 22. Depends how he plays. This one, I don't really have an opinion on it because, I mean, I'm not an Eagles supporter. I'm not a GWS supporter. I mean, it could go either way. I think GWS, I reckon they're sticking to getting rid of players this year, which is why it's interesting they got Jesse Hogan, but we will talk about it later in this video. But yeah, I reckon this is a win-win, I'd say. So next one is Gold Coast Suns get Oleg Markov from Richmond, and Richmond get a future round 3rd pick. Now, Oleg Markov, I reckon, he is young. He can add some dash from the thing. I don't really have a strong opinion on this one either, because Oleg Markov is a very unknown player. So, I mean, yeah, this one, I'll just say, whatever. So this one is highly contested. I have a very strong opinion on this one. It is Jesse Hogan going to GWS. And in return, Dockers get the pick number 54 that the Eagles gave GWS for Zac Williams. Now, I reckon the Dockers definitely lost this trade. It's not the fact that, well, it is partly because of this, but it's not all because they got him for pick number 6 and pick number 23. They gave up a lot just to get him in from Melbourne 2 years ago. But his performance as Dockers has also been abysmal. But I reckon he could, if he didn't have off-field problems like he does, if he had a better mentality, I reckon he would be playing really, really good footy. So he wouldn't be leaving Dockers. I reckon the only reason why he's leaving Dockers is A, because he's been playing really poorly there. B, Justin Longmire. I don't think they get along that well. I've heard a rumour that they don't, but it might just be a rumour. But I reckon if he had a few mentality changes, he could have gone for a lot higher. He could have gone for more than Joe Danaher, because he is pretty young. He's like 25, and this is his 3rd club. So if for some reason, if GWS managed to discipline them, I reckon he'll be such a great pickup for GWS. So I'm just going to give GWS the ultimate win here. I mean, even if Jesse Hogan doesn't perform that well, I mean, you practically just gave away Zac Langdon and got Jesse Hogan. I would take that any day of the week. I reckon even if Jesse Hogan plays like he did in Freo, I reckon this is still a win for GWS. So next, and I'm pretty sure this is the last one, is St Kilda St Kilda gain Brad Crouch and Adelaide get pick number 23. I reckon taking the compensation pick was a good idea for Adelaide, because especially with Adam Treloar in the market, St Kilda could have just gone, no, we don't want Brad Crouch anymore. And if Adelaide got stuck with Brad Crouch, they'd have to offload him for a little less. And I don't reckon St Kilda had all the bargaining power there. I mean, Brad Crouch himself did beg. I heard on the radio that he did ask Adelaide to accept the compensation pick. So I think he really wants to go to St Kilda. And if he stayed at Adelaide, I don't reckon that would be a good idea. And he could have gone to the rookie draft and got picked up by St Kilda there and for nothing, which is why I think, even though Adelaide is not the best scenario for them, I reckon this is the safest scenario. I reckon this is well, if they got pick number 2 compensation, that would have been best scenario. But apart from that, this is best scenario. So I'd say win-win for both clubs, because St Kilda also needs another A-grade midfielder. So guys, this wraps up the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Comment on what you agree with, what you disagree with. So yeah, see you next time.